Hi guys, today's video is about patterns, so let's get right into it. To view the preset patterns, look for the swatches panel. If you can't find the swatches panel, just go to Window, and you should find the swatches panel comfortably resting there. In the swatches panel, look for the swatch libraries menu, and you shall find that at the bottom left corner of the panel. Click it to reveal a drop-down menu, and you can find the patterns option here. I'll click any pattern from here just for the sake of this demonstration. And you shall find a list of patterns populating. Let's pick the ellipse tool and click and drag to make a circle, and the pattern shall be filled into the shape. To change the pattern, all you need to do is click the pattern, and it shall be filled into the shape. It's as simple as that. Now, when you click one of the corners and try to reduce the size of the shape, you shall find that the pattern is also getting smaller. And for any reason, if you don't want that, you need to change the settings just slightly. Just go to Edit, and then Preferences, and then General. Once you get this pop-up, all you need to do is check this option that reads Transform Pattern Tiles, and then hit OK. Now, when you try to reduce the size of your shape, you shall find that the whole pattern fits into the reduced size. Okay, let's delete the shape and remove the preset pattern panel because it's time to create our own pattern. Let's pick the rectangle tool from the toolbar, and holding Shift, click and drag to draw a square. Now, holding Shift once again, let's bring the cursor to the top right corner and drag to the left to rotate it by 45 degrees. Now let's pick the ellipse tool, and holding Shift and Alt on a PC or Shift and Option on a Mac, click and drag to draw a circle. The Shift key constrains the proportions, ensuring the shape remains a perfect circle instead of an ellipse, while the Alt or Option key makes the circle expand outwards from the point where you clicked, rather than starting from a corner. I am going to move it down as illustrated. Next, I'm going to select both the shapes and pick the Shape Builder tool, and holding Alt on a PC or Option on a Mac, click to subtract the lower part of the circle. Let's add some color to both our shapes here. So I'm going to click the shape on top and paint it red. Then I'm going to pick the bottom shape and paint it blue. Now I'm going to select both the shapes and then go to Object and then Pattern and then hit Make, which will throw this notification onto the screen, confirming that our pattern has been added to the swatches panel. So just hit OK to reveal the pattern. You can also find the Pattern Options window open on the left. And we can further adjust the pattern to suit our needs. In case you don't find the Pattern Options window open, you can always bring it to the screen through Window menu, and you can find the pattern options sitting there. On the Options menu, you can rename your pattern to anything of your choice. So let's rename this Demo. You can arrange the tile type by grid or brick by row, in which you can further play with the offset. Then there is brick by column, hex by column, or hex by row. Further adjustments can be made to all of the tile options. For example, if we choose hex by column and then change the width offset to 50 points, you'll find how the pattern overlaps. When we check the Move Tile with Art option, the pattern tile stays aligned with the artwork as you move it, which means if you move a rectangle filled with a pattern, the pattern moves with the rectangle, maintaining the same alignment inside it. We can choose the overlap settings from the 4 given options. The first one is left in front, and you can see the left one in the pattern is indeed in front. When we change it to right in front, the pattern complies. Similarly, we have top in front and bottom in front with similar functionality. The Size Tile to Art option resizes the bounding box to fit snugly around the artwork used to create the pattern, as illustrated. Then we have the Preset Copies option to choose from. So we can select a value to control how many instances of the parent tile are shown around the original artwork. We can always play with the vertical or horizontal spacing using the mouse roller to update the pattern. The Dim Copies To option is a feature that adjusts the visibility of the parent tile copies during editing. It helps differentiate the original artwork from the repeated copies, making it easier to focus on and edit the original tile. And we have preset dimming options from 0 to 100%. The Show Tile Edge checkbox helps you visualize the boundaries of your pattern tile while creating or editing patterns. The Show Swatch Bounds option highlights the boundaries of the pattern swatch within the pattern tile. It provides a clear visual guide to understand the area that will be used as the repeating unit when the pattern is applied. On top of the Options window, you'll find the Pattern Tile tool. This tool button allows you to adjust the size and layout of the pattern tile interactively while you're editing a pattern. Clicking this button highlights our original design, and as we make any change to the design, it automatically adjusts the entire pattern, as you can see. So once you're done with the settings of the pattern, just click the Done option on top, and the entire pattern shall vanish from the screen, leaving the original design still sitting on the artboard. You can find the pattern saved in the Swatches panel, so you can always delete this design now. Now pick any shape from the toolbar and click and drag to draw the shape, and then fill in the pattern by clicking the pattern from the Swatches panel to fill the shape. To make changes to the pattern, just double-click the pattern on the Swatches panel, and it shall throw open the pattern options from where you can make further enhancements to the pattern. Like I mentioned earlier, you can always bring the pattern options from Window menu. In the latest version of Adobe Illustrator, they've come up with the Generate Patterns button, which is in beta mode at the moment. When you click it, you'll find this option where you can add a prompt to generate a pattern. So let's type in blue flowers and hit generate. You'll get this pop-up to agree, so just hit agree. And it will start creating a few samples based on your prompt. And there you go. It's a cool feature, but it's still in beta mode, which means we should expect further refinements in future soon. So that wraps up our video on patterns. In the next video, we'll learn how to create column graphs using data in Adobe Illustrator, so ensure not to miss it. Also, do like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and I shall be with you soon. Until then, goodbye, and thanks for watching.